Lecture with Tommy. This video is on your Smackdown spoilers, WWE main event, and what happened after Raw. Well, a detailed report from Adam Dunn, who attended Raw in St. Louis, Missouri on Monday. Sent the following report for Superstar taping. The results was Damian Sandow defeating Sin Cara. Tamina defeated Natalia. There are a couple of advertised dark matches for tonight's Smackdown tapings. With Daniel Bryan and the Shield versus Shane, Bray Wyatt, and Alberto Del Rio in an 8-man tag match. But I bet that's going to be changed due to the fact that Daniel Bryan injury storyline. And yeah, they only have 3 wrestlers listed for the heel side. The wrestler Titus O'Neil, happy birthday goes to him, aka real name Thaddeus Bullard, turned 37 years old. He was born April 29, 1977. Titus played college and Arena League football prior to his pro wrestling career, which started in Florida Championship Wrestling in 2009. Also, happy birthday goes to Diva Oksana, aka Zavil Wadanine, for 32 years old today, but she was born April 29, 1982. She also started in 2009 in WWE. Also, Ring of Honor TV champion Jay Lethal, happy birthday goes to him. Real name of Jamar Shipman, turned 29 years old. He was born April 29, 1985. Former WWE and WCW wrestler Paul Roma, happy birthday goes to him. I wish him a personal happy birthday on Facebook. Real name of Paul Centopani, turned 54 years old. Today he was born April 29, 1960. Roma worked as one half of the Young Stallions tag team and also tag team with Hercules as Power and Glory, which I've done some dream matches on my PS3 WWE 12. You can go to youtube.com / dream matches 2000 dream matches 2001 dream matches. I'll get it to you. I'll post it in the comments or in the details. Again, he was born April 29, 1960. He also had a poor run as a member of the Four Horsemen when he was a fill-in for Tully Blanchard, who was not re-signed due to failing a WWF drug test. Former independent wrestler Brittany Savage turned 27 years old. She was born April 29, 1987. She is married to former TNA wrestler Jesse Neal, and they have a baby girl just recently named Brooklyn, who was born last month. Jesse Kaufman attended Raw in St. Louis and posted a detailed report on what happened after Raw went off the air. And here it goes. The dark match was John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Wyatt was in control of most of the match. Cena had the usual burst of energy at the end to hit the attitude adjustment for the cover. The Wyatt family rushed in to stop the count and end the match into disqualification. Cena got the best of them all and celebrated his music to played to end the show, sending the crowd home mediocre happy. There was a cool spot in the middle when Cena did the "You Can't See Me" taunt to Bray, who was laying in the middle of the ring. He turned to bounce off the rope, and when he turned back around, Wyatt had popped up in a crab walk facing him. Cena dove to the side of the ring and acted like he was scared of it. And Wyatt was very agile for a bigger guy. Still reported. WWE Network Now app is now available on Xbox One. New episodes of WWE's Best of Raw and Best of Smackdown are being added to the network this week. Below is the synopsis for the Thursday's new WWE Legends House episode. A bowling competition kicks things off. However, the real mayhem begins when the WWE Legends attempt to film a bizarre commercial. Noted yesterday on the Raw video, there was a push within WWE for talents to start naming their finishers. After Rosa Mendez came up with her Rosa's Thorn submission move last week, over the weekend, well, Curtis Axel today revealed on Twitter that his new finisher name is the Axhole. Okay, fill in your jokes now. You get it? Axhole. In the dark match before tonight's main event, In Kansas City, saw Santino Marella defeat Brodus Clay with the Cobra. Also announced on the main event that Ryback, Curtis Axel, and Alberto Del Rio versus Dean Ambrose for the United States title on SmackDown has been changed to a fatal four-way with the same participants. Also, the Authority has ruled that Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns are banned from ringside. David Benoit, the son of Chris Benoit, Rabbit Wolverine, had been training with guys like David Hart Smith and has expressed very much interest into getting into pro wrestling. Smith Hart announced on Twitter last night that Benoit will be making his in-ring debut on July 18th at a Hart Legacy wrestling event in Calgary. And Benoit will team with Chavo Guerrero in a tag match. And now for your WWE main event from live on that was on the network from Kansas City, Missouri at the Sprint Center. Main event opened up with a video airing. Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton are on commentary. Cody Rhodes and Goldust head to the ring, and the broadcast team recap footage of Cody shoving his brother on Raw. Match number 1, Alberto Del Rio versus Goldust with Cody Rhodes in his corner. The broadcast team reminded viewers that Del Rio beat Cody on Raw. Cody stood on the apron and applauded his brother's win after the match. And Goldust beat Alberto Del Rio in 2 minutes 30 seconds. After the match, Renee Young entered the ring and interviewed Goldust and Cody. She noted that they have been competing in singles and tag matches. The question is whether they were going their separate ways. Goldust said they may compete in singles matches at times, but they will always have each other's backs. Renee then questioned whether Cody was happy for his brother for beating Del Rio. Are you saying he's better than I am? As Rose responded, Goldust assured her that's not what she meant. Cody said he's not himself and apologized. He said the brotherhood is staying together. Nice storyline development with Cody's jealousy and possibly even instability growing. Broadcast team hyped World Wish Day and aired a video that focused on John Cena granting with numbers 402, 403, and 44 from Monday Night Raw. Featured match on SmackDown was Dean Ambrose defending the U.S. title, and a handicap match has been changed to a four-way dance. And it was announced that Ambrose will defend the title in a four-way match against Alberto Del Rio, Ryback, and Curtis Axel. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were banned from ringside. Did they figure out how ridiculous it is for three men to team up to challenge for a singles title? I knew that was something wrong with Raw. Match number 2, the Divas Champion Paige versus Alicia Fox. Broadcast team recalled Paige telling them that the Divas, such as Fox, were quick to hug and congratulate her when she won, but now they do a lot of whispering behind her back. In the end, Paige performed a wicked DDT for the win. After the match, Paige went to the stage with her title belt. Tamina Snuka walked out and stared her down. Tamina smiled and walked backstage. And the match only took 3 minutes 35 seconds. The broadcast team then put over the face that Paige has used multiple finishers in her limited matches and said it helps keep her opponents guessing. I hope that's the approach that they take with Paige, but it could just as easily be a case of some experimentation while trying to settle in on the right finisher. The crowd was as quiet as a mouse as it gets when Tamina came out for the stare down. Live crowd did not seem to care, but like the heel showed confidence while the young champion looked a little concerned. Then a video recapping John Cena and Bray Wyatt. Opening segment for Raw. Backstage with Renee Young interviewing Sheamus, who cuts a brief promo about his match with Bray Wyatt. And then Adam Rose airs. Match number 3, Bad News Barrett versus Kofi Kingston. Barrett cuts a promo before the match and said he would beat Big E for the Intercontinental title on Sunday. Kingston was in control of the match when he went for a move, but at ringside, while leaping off the ring steps, only to jump into the bullhammer. Barrett took him back in the ring and pinned him. 2 minutes 30-second match. No surprise there. Logical booking considering the Barrett is challenging for the Intercontinental title at Extreme Rules. I believe Vignet aired. Video focusing on the Daniel Bryan and Kane. Then Wyatt family performed their custom entrance for Kansas City, and it got one of the bigger pops of the show. Match number 4, Bray Wyatt with Luke Harper and Eric Rowan at ringside versus Sheamus with nobody. Wyatt stood on the second rope while Harper and Rowan stood in front of him as Sheamus entered the ring. Wyatt pointed to the fans who were cheering for him. After a few minutes, Wyatt rolled to ringside and they went to a break. After that break, Wyatt and Sheamus traded shots while standing on the ring apron. Wyatt got the better of it and driving Sheamus' head into the ring apron as Wyatt fell to the floor. Back inside the ring, Wyatt performed a senton. Is this your warrior? Wyatt asked the crowd. Sheamus came back with a pair of running knees. Wyatt caught him with a uranagi. Moments later, Wyatt went to the corner and leaned over backwards while holding the ropes. He picked up Sheamus and then set up for his finisher. But Sheamus shoved him off and caught him with a white noise for a good near fall that the crowd bought into. Sheamus then performed the 10 forearm shots on Wyatt, then caught him with a shoulder block coming off the second rope for a 2 count, when Wyatt came back with his running splash for a 2 count of his own. This is also chant started and momentarily ended. Sheamus came back with a nice backbreaker for a 2 count. Sheamus went to the corner for his finisher and played to the crowd by pounding on his chest. Eric Rowan walked over and distracted Sheamus from performing the brogue kick. But he did catch Wyatt with a slam for another 2 count. Another This Is Awesome chant started. Sheamus knocked off Rowan off the ring apron and then missed a brogue kick on Harper on the other side of the ring, which set Wyatt taking advantage of the distraction and hitting Sister Abigail on Sheamus for the win. 13-minute, 40-second match. After the match, Wyatt family ganged up on Sheamus until the Uso brothers came out to make the save. Strong television main event, particularly considering this is a B show, only on the internet. Curious to see if the Uso brothers making the save is setting up a tag title match against Rowan and Harper, or if there's simply setting up a televised 6-man match. How about both? Overall, this is a good edition of main event. Most of the matches were brief, but yet served a purpose. And the dark match in between tonight's main event taping and Smackdown tapings was Bo Dallas defeating Tyson Kidd in a move similar to Sister Abigail. Again, there's 2 Smackdown spoilers, almost similar reports. Thanks to Rob Borowski and Matt the Quick on Twitter for the following WWE SmackDown spoilers from tonight's tapings in Kansas City. Well, this one's from PW Mania. SmackDown kicked off with a contract signing between Hornswoggle and El Torito. Very boring. Rob Van Dam versus Jack Swagger was up next. Cesaro and Heyman are on commentary. Swagger decks Cesaro with a sucker punch. RVD gets the win after a 5-star splash, but Cesaro attacks him after the match. R-Truth came out to a big pop to face Alexander Rusev again. Rusev won by disqualification when Xavier Woods interferes. That's a reversal from Raw. Daniel Bryan came out to a big pop and he's still wearing the neck brace. He cuts a promo and says on Kane and says in a match at Extreme Rules. The pyro goes off and Kane appears on the big screen. They had a glitch in the first 10-15 seconds. There's no sound. Wyatt family versus the Usos and Sheamus was up next. Crowd said that they have been 50-50 for each team. Bray Wyatt hits Sister Abigail and Jey Uso for the win. After the match, Bray, Sheamus, Eric Rowan, and Jimmy Uso fought outside the ring, while Luke Harper beats on Jey in the ring. The Wyatts pose over Jey in the match. Dolph Ziggler versus Damian Sandow was up next. Sandow comes out dressed as Magneto again, as Ziggler gets a win. Lillian Garcia informs us that Rusev wants a rematch against R-Truth, so he gets it. It ends the same way with Xavier Woods interfering and causing a disqualification. The actual finish was different, and this may have been a retake. Big E defeated Titus O'Neil by disqualification when Titus wouldn't break a 5 count. Big E took a nasty table bump during the match, but looked to be okay. They had a crazy brawl after disqualification, and Titus got beat up bad. Well, in the main event, Dean Ambrose defeated Ryback, Kurt Axel, and Alberto Del Rio in a fatal 4-way to retain the U.S. title. Ryback had the match won, but Axel pulled him out of the ring. Ison went for the win, but Ambrose pinned him. There's a fight after the match. The Shield comes together and hits a triple power bomb on Ryback in Smackdown taping. Okay. And this is from Matt the Quick from Twitter. Taped the episodes of Smackdown tonight, and here's the results. And he also gave the dark match main event results. He said Santino Marella defeated Brodus Clay with a Cobra in a dark match. Bo Dallas defeated Tyson Kidd in a dark match. SmackDown kicked off with a contract signing between Hornswoggle and El Torito, nothing more than that. RVD versus Jack Swagger was up next. Cesaro and Paul Heyman was on commentary. Swagger jumped Cesaro with a sucker punch. RVD got the win with a 5-star splash. And then Cesaro attacked him after the match. R-Truth cut a promo to come out with a big pop to face Alexander Rusev. And Rusev won by disqualification when Xavier Woods interferes. Daniel Bryan came out to a big pop and still wearing the neck brace. He cut a promo on Kane. And a match of Extreme Rules. And then Pyro goes off for his interruption on the big screen. They had a glitch for 10 to 15 seconds. So there was no audio. See how it appears on SmackDown when they play it. And the Wyatt family versus Usos. And Sheamus was up next. The crowd was said to have 50-50 for his team. Bray Wyatt hits Seth Abigail on Jay for the win. After the match, Bray, Sheamus, and Eric Rowan and Jimmy fought outside the ring while Luke Harper beat on Jay in the ring. The Wyatts posed over Jay to end the match. Dolph Ziggler versus Sandow was up next. Sandow came out dressed as Magneto again. Ziggler won the match by pinfall. Lillian Garcia informs us that Rusev wanted a rematch against R-Truth, and he got it. Ended the same way with Xavier interfering and causing a disqualification. The actual finish was different. But this may be what they decided on redoing. Because somebody might have botched something so they wanted it better on TV. Okay, Big E defeated Titus O'Neil by disqualification when Titus refused to break a 5 count. On a beat down, the Big E took a nasty table bump during the match, but looked okay. And then they had a crazy brawl after disqualification, and Titus got beat up bad. Ambrose came out to a huge pop. He looked fired up and ready to go for the main event. Everyone came out for the Fatal 4-Way for the title match. Ambrose won by a sneaky pin on Axel. And they fought afterwards with the Shield helping out. Triple power bomb on Axel. End of taping. And your dark match main event, Wyatt came out for a possible dark match. And Shield versus Wyatt in the dark match. And of course they won. Not much to that. As it ended. And thanks for viewing. Peace out. God bless. See you when you want to be you. Same report connection time. And free report connection time.